Pat windows. Ugh. Hi, Brad. Alright. Was there any other skills that I needed to test? Oh, I guess gore. Hey, Sad Truth. I didn't really plan on hunting a whole lot today, to be honest. I've been trying to play bow, and getting comfortable bow controls has been a huge pain in the ass. I don't know why. Bow feels so weird for playing on mouse and keyboard to me. There's so many like double input things that I have to rebind to special keys, and I have to get rid of like my mouse 3, mouse 4 ammo scroll to make way for attacks, and I don't know, it feels weird. So I'm kind of shit at bow, and so to cope and kind of like get away from it for a minute, I'm testing skills today. So that is what I'm doing. Howdy, hey everyone on YouTubes and such. And sorry, I'm just getting my stuff all set up. No, I won't pop out chat. Okay. Well, so the thing about the bow meta, Sad Truth, is that it's not Dragon Pierce. It's because everyone's like only fighting Arkveld, who has bugged chains that take or get like double hits for some things like Dragon Pierce and Wyvern's fire and some and like file burst from Switch Axe. And so because that's something that people are fighting, they're obviously optimizing for that. So people are running like fucking crit draw Dragon Pierce and stuff, which is like, yeah, that's fine for now, but I don't know. There's a bunch of shit that needs to get fixed before, you know, meta's really gonna settle down. I really don't want to play Bow Pride. I really don't. No, so what I was going to do today, though, is because there are a bunch of things like, you know, elemental skills, crit element, burst, flare, and stuff like that that people have been constantly asking about. So I'm pretty sure I know what works and what doesn't, but I'm just going to really quick kind of go through all the skills, like 1 through 5s, because sometimes, like, whatever reason, level 2s are better, and just test things and just write stuff down. So yeah, Toga. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't work, which is one of the reasons why I don't particularly want to play Wilds right now. Yeah, it's super fucking broken. But anywhoozles, let me go make normals on these bowguns real quick. Yeah, everything's broken and it's not fun. I should need this one too. Alright, so we got normals. We're gonna put away these. Alright, so we have 207. I kind of want to get rid of my food skill. Let me get a non-attack food skill real quick. I don't think I can eat right here. Your greatsword, you spam 1 attack. What are you talking about? Greatsword and bow aren't, or bow guns aren't that different. We probably do have to wait a month to fix those, unfortunately. Just throw that away. No, Johnny, it's just as people are doing more and more testing, we're just finding more and more things that are absolutely broken. Like, just skills don't work, monsters take more damage, so a lot of stuff just doesn't work. Anyway, so we're at 205 raw. I got a spreadsheet here I'm working with. All right, because the first thing I'm going to test is burst. Bow spamming won't attack this game again. For now, yeah, it's only DP spam, but that's because people are only fighting Arkveld, and Arkveld's bugged. So, yeah, Toka, Arkveld's chains are kind of bugged, where some attacks hit them multiple times, so you get like double hits on them. I think it's like Gunlance, Wyvern Fire, I think Bow Dragon Pierce, and Switch Axe File Explosions seem to hit multiple times. It might be Pierce in general. It's hard to tell with Light Bowgun, but I do know that Light Bowgun gets a lot of hits in with Pierce. So it could be Pierce ammo in general, but anyway. Yeah, exactly, Keith. And yeah, that's why I'm gonna just test a bunch of shit today, just so, because I know some things work on some weapons and some things work like on others. Like I know critical element works on bowguns, and so do elemental skills, but they don't work on bow and charge blades for whatever reason. So I'm just gonna go through the list of skills and just make sure, see what is and isn't working for guns. Shane, it's not just that. There's a lot of skills that are kind of fucked up. But anyway, so we got 28s with just normals. So no skills. 28. This is a normal 3-lap bowgun, 208 raw. I'm gonna go put on burst 1. Because yeah, some skills like their lower levels are better. For some reason, some skills just don't want to work. There's a whole lot of stuff going on. I think I can get burst 1 on like pants. All right, so now we have burst 1. Oh, you know what? I should have done decimal. Where is decimal numbers? Where is that? Does anyone know where in the settings the decimal numbers are? First page. Game options at the top. Oh, damage numbers. I don't know. Oh, I fucking did not see that. Yeah, I'm so fucking dumb. Alright. I gotta go back and take off burst real quick. Just so I can get a precise value. Paralysis is going to get nerfed? No. I don't think so. Alright, so it's 28.8. Ah, one second. My wife's calling. Alright, so 28.8. Sorry, there's wife's calling about the car. I have to keep her loner for a minute. Alright, so I'll do burst 1, 28.8. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna nerf much. I mean, we'll get some nerfs and changes during the title updates, but I don't think we're gonna get anything significant. So while burst is active, that's after wounds destroyed, 29.6, 29.6, 29.6. Alright. 29.6. Alright, so that's a decent bump there. Let's go get another point of burst. What's it like having a wife? I don't know, that's a trick question, to be honest. It's like having a roommate. Alright, burst 2 is 29.8. Okay, so burst 1 was 29.6. Burst 2 is 29.8. So that is like a no jump there. 29.8. Let's see, hold on. 212 raw. So it's 7 raw. I think it was 6 raw, 7 raw. It's probably 8 raw. I think it goes 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. $299. Yeah, 230. Yeah. So it's going up 1 raw each time. So burst 1 does seem to be the best. Wait, is this because I have Odo? No, it's only 1 piece of Odo still. Okay, just checking. So that's 8 raw. 299. So we got 4 burst. So I'm definitely gonna have to redo sets just because burst values are super front loaded. That's 30 flat. Yeah, that's 1 more raw. That's funny. All right. And then I need to get another point of burst without Odo Garen's set bonus on. Resentment shouldn't activate at all. So let's do that. Oh, I could have used the talisman as well. You see testing on the Iron Assault 2. The P2 hits harder than P3 on Arshan Heavy Bowgun. How is that a thing? I will test that out because that is... Oh, because it's a standard Heavy Bowgun, right? Arshan Heavy Bowguns are Ignition 2, and the Assault is probably Standard 2. I use Gore Magala's Heavy Bowgun for the most part because it is also a Standard 2. 30.2. Yeah. So yeah, it's 10 raw. Okay, yeah. 30.2. So obviously burst 1 is the best, but we do 2 pieces of Odo. Let's see. Let's get rid of that. Should still give me a burst 5. Yeah. So Odo should give me 3 more raw. I don't think it's worth 2 pieces, but 30.6 at 218 raw. Yeah. Okay. 13 raw total. Okay. So yeah, burst is exactly what we thought. Seems fine. Do we want to wait till Monday? Why? What's Monday? Hey, Sarah. Sorry, I'm kind of half paying attention. You're bothering many people getting a call? What? What call? You didn't call me, Sarah. All right, so first... Oh, Christ. Hi.
Hey.
What's up? Well, yeah, Bob, I know the patch drops on Monday, but
PCs right now, huh?
I would like to know what doesn't work right now,
huh?
so I know what's going to actually, get changed, because they're going to be very vague on their updates. Sorry, I had push to talk on.
No, of course. I literally just being a nuisance to everybody. I was like talking to Nyx about a jambalaya recipe that she kept harassing me over, by the way.
Still on that jambalaya, huh?
She was being mean about it. I like busted into a chat. I was like, "Hey Nix, how's your stream going?" She's like, "Oh hey Sarah, how's your jambalaya?" I'm like, "Bitch, I thought I sent you the recipe." And she goes, "No, you didn't." So I had to fucking jump into a call and speak to her and explain exactly how it worked. Apparently, so Wilds is the only way I could describe Wilds is the last time a friend of mine and I spoke about Wilds is the last conversation we had is that we were sending gifs of Gordon Ramsay punching the salmon, saying that it was raw.
Mm-hmm.
Because salmon is a beautiful ingredient that was undercooked and raw. And I think that's what Wilds is.
That's fair. Yeah, it's not done.
It could be so beautiful. It is hard to
just
done.
get a
Slayer, crit element, part breaker, Doshigama's set bonus.
What's Doshigama's set bonus?
Anything. Apparently the Doshagama. Apparently, it's like a diet version of Jindahar's set bonus, where you get like a bonus after power clashing, and it overwrites Might Seed and Might Powder.
Oh, okay. Testing
melee,
wounds on Flayer skills going to be a little hard.
Well, isn't Flayer bugged though?
Well, that's what I'm trying to like check because some skills
you're fact finding. You're fact finding.
Yeah, basically, because a lot of things work differently on different weapons, and some things apparently don't work on some weapons. So
I did hear that. Yeah. Like
Flayer, like,
if ever there was like the most shareholder game that ever released ever. I know it's such a bad thing to say because Wilds is pretty fun. You know, the combat's pretty fun. It's pretty enjoyable, but good lord, if ever there was like a shareholder game of all time, it will be this one.
No, I'm not putting on default keybinds. I have my own keybinds that are wacky and janky. I don't know how I'm gonna go about testing Flayer thoroughly though. Like, is there a set cooldown between wounds, or like based on time? Do you know?
The only cooldown I know personally is the I don't know what to call them. I think of them as chance times.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's it? Mario, Paper Mario, right? They call them not chance times. Whatever. I call them chance times in my head, but I haven't thought of like a better word for them. It's like those specific animation related focus strikes.
Okay.
Where you can get like an individual stagger off. You know how Radar does the big thunder blast, and you do like a focus strike.
Yeah, and those are timed on cooldown.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a better name for them because I'd like to make a video about it one day. In my head, I call them chance times, but I've got to think of a better name for it.
Right. Yeah, Robert. Apparently, Ellie is kind of messed up with bow. So again, I'll be going over that too. Yeah. Sorry, Sarah.
No. I mean, it's your stream, dude. I'm the one who fucking muscled in here, right? So, you know. But yes, the only cooldown I know are those ones. I think it may be about a minute, maybe 90 seconds.
Well, because I'm looking at the wounds, and I'm just like, I'm just shooting the target dummy, and it's like, I don't know if there is a specific number. After you like break a wound, like, you know, you cause it, and then you do enough damage to cause it to go away. Is there a timer between when it goes away to when it's available to get wounded again, or is it just strictly? Yeah, actually, I think there is.
I definitely think the activation of at least the first wound is damage based, just based on the difference between the demo performance and the main game performance when we start to get like decent sets. Like, so I've been doing Charge Blade, and Savage Axe Charge Blade fucking shreds a lot of shit. And you activate and pop wounds to the point where weakness exploit is almost a droppable skill.
Yeah.
In favor of better stuff because you just don't have wounds activated. A lot of the
It's
time.
still
It's not
30% affinity on most zones all the time.
It is. It is still good, but it is still a skill that you can drop in favor of other stuff.
There's a fucking timer. How did I not know that? Like when you break a wound, they get like a scar, and you can't wound it again until that scar falls off.
Okay, so they do operate by the same apparatus as the chance stones.
I think we just don't see the scars very much on the actual monsters.
I mean, to be fair, that's kind of fair as well, because considering we're going up against like Guardian monsters where they glow half the time, we're going against Tempest monsters where they glow blue half the time.
Yeah. I don't know why I never noticed that before.
Actually, isn't that what Flare's based off of though? Like it does like time to get to Wet Scar?
Well, no, it can't possibly keep track of that, because then you could have one person with Flare in a co-op hunt, and then the monster should be able to get wounded. I think Flare, like, you have to do like X amount of damage or motion value damage to wound a part, which I think that's what Flare cuts down.
I think the activation is damage based, and then the cooldown is time based.
Yeah.
Whereas the chance time things, I need to figure out a better name for that. Is just timing based,
right? Yes,
it's just like animation based. Yeah. I was trying to figure out, by the way, if Jiwoo had one of those like cooldown. Something goes red. Because I know New Udra has, and that was the hardest one to figure out.
Jiwoo, you can counter his like big maw attack, right?
I don't know. I haven't figured out even. I like Jindahad has so many. I mean, final boss. I fought once, and it was on a voice call with a friend who was just watching me play it, and I was like, "Oh, I'm fucking screaming for my life. I don't know what's going on." And I still beat it. And then the rest are just like, Itzduna, we know that one. Ray Dow, obviously everybody knows that one by this point.
Right.
Arkveld I do kind of love is because it just requires just a little bit of attention. Just pay attention to where his wings are like buffed up and what state he's in, kind of thing. It's one of those things where it's like just pay attention to the state of the monster, and then you get good stuff.
I will make bow content. Well, actually, I take that back. I don't know if I'm gonna make bow content. I can't find a good, comfortable control scheme for mouse and keyboard. So I may just redirect everything to Titus, because I know Titus is making bow guides and stuff. He's struggling a little bit right now, but he's gonna do it. And just because I don't particularly want to play Wilds right now, I don't really want to, go with, struggling with the bow for so long and then be like, I hate this the entire time. Let me see here. So apparently Flare 2 is the best. So Flare 2 would cause wounds on the 5th shot of a normal burst.
Yeah.
It seems to still do that on Flare 3. I wonder if it just doesn't get any better. I'm honestly not knowing much, or not seeing much of a difference. Does affinity affect it? I don't think so.
I wonder if it's one of those things with like crit element as well, because a lot of people say crit element was bugged, but it turns out crit element was just so dog shit that like it only really affected stuff at like low tiers of power. At higher tiers of power, like that was pretty much no difference kind of thing.
Could be. Scion Pierce is way better than normal. Pierce is the best Elmo we have right now.
What's the best Pierce? Light Bowgun, by the way? Because I think Light Bowgun's best for Pierce, right?
Yes, it is. Light Bowgun, I think, is just better than Heavy Bowgun at, like, everything.
And what's that? Artian, I assume? Or...
Yeah, I test with Artian weapons. Still seems like on the 5th normal too, I get the wound.
Dude, I learned that Artium weapons were scripted, and I was like, oh, I got the best Thunder element CB roll today, and then Aki was like, oh yeah, too bad Thunder sucks in this game and doesn't really have good matchups for CB. I was like, oh shit. Reset the game, re-rolled the weapon, and just went, let's make it ice instead. Well, hey.
Oh, really? The upgrades are saved like that?
Oh yeah. So the upgrades are saved when you craft the weapon. At least. So in my experience, I've been doing just exclusively charge blade. When you craft the charge blade, I have been just using the element of the element I want. But when you craft them, the upgrades are set. So even if you reset and reload, you will still have the same upgrades. So for example, if you get like 3 attack, 1 sharpness, 1 element from a rarity 8 charge blade, if you reload and craft it again, you'll get the same upgrades. But that means that you can craft it, dismantle it, and then make another one, and then that pushes you down to the next upgrade slot, I suppose, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So then the next upgrade upgrade enhancements you'll get will be different. So you can sort of kind of snipe your upgrades, but it requires you to expend all of your parts of the Artian weapons. And it also requires you to reload and what have you, and spend all that time.
I don't know if Blair fucking works on bowguns at all. I'm not seeing any difference on any levels 1 through 5. I'd still on the 5th hit of rapid or normal shots. It always causes a wound, and then it breaks immediately after. I don't see any difference at all.
I really do think Flare is a meme.
I don't think it does anything. Not at least not on bowguns.
You're getting small, huh? I just had a clatter from my bathroom. My cat came running out. What mischief have you done, huh?
Explains why my Flayer Part Breaker light bowgun set wasn't doing anything. I guess I could count the timer and see if the wounds go away quicker.
Literally sat here watching paint dry.
Yeah, pretty much. And then I'll do level 2 because everyone says level 2 is the one that's the best.
Yeah, level 2 is the one that's got the crazy numbers.
But for whatever reason, I don't think it works on bowguns at all.
But just to finish my own thought is the whole thing with Artian weapons is that essentially you basically imagine a flow chart of like rarity 8, rarity 7, rarity 6.
Yep.
You craft a rarity 8 weapon and go down in the flow chart. And regardless of whether you dismantle or upgrade the first one, you will move on to the next upgrade tree. But the upgrade tree will always be the same, regardless if you reset or if you do quests or if you do anything.
Okay.
It will always be the same. So eventually, if you have enough Artian materials, you can eventually just craft all the Artian pieces you don't want into a charge blade, and make a weapon you don't fucking care about. Dismantle it immediately, and then move on to the next, branch of the tree, and then eventually arrive at the one where you get the upgrade reinforcements that you want.
Or you could just use framework
just mod
mods.
it in.
If it's so
Of course,
deterministic anyway.
Yeah, the only thing is that there is. Well, actually, I will say that
There's
it
no
used
difference.
to be the The last thing I saw that was it was like, oh, you could only get
Good
4
idea,
of the
Cyan.
same upgrade, like 4 attack or 4 element, and then you could only get one other one. But I did see somebody post on Twitter today about like, oh, I got all 5 attack mods or something. I don't know if it's legit, but it's kind of like the whole courier thing where it's like technically possible, but is it possible kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know about that, but I got one today, which I actually managed to record, thankfully, which was 4 element and 1 attack, and for when I was trying out like decade and stuff, so that was pretty cool. So yeah. We're about to enter a whole new level of cheating accusations until they get rid of the training exploit,
Which should be in the
thing.
next patch, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, I mean, speedrunning this game's already dead, man.
Oh yeah, of course.
No, it's still 4th shot does wounds.
Using like a base ass.
Yeah, it's like a rarity 3 bowgun with normal ones. And 2 to pop. No, it doesn't change. Having flare or not does not seem to adjust the amount of hits it takes to apply a wound or break a wound or reset the timer of the
hang on.
wound.
You have burst up.
Oh,
Well,
I put on the wrong
burst-
charm.
burst-
My bad. I didn't test flare on low stuff yet. I did high stuff, but my bad. Jumping to the conclusions here. Yeah, I thought I put on the right charm.
I saw the burst. Pop
I
up.
wasn't paying
was like,
attention to that. It still
And if we're gonna
still
call something dog
causes
shit, we'll call it dog shit with our whole chest.
still causes wounds on the 4th shot. Okay. Still 2 hits to break. So that didn't change. Still didn't change. Still right. But
At least we know.
But
now. At least we know.
I'm gonna go ahead and just throw on Flare 5 now, just to check. Thought I had another Flare thing.
Also, I love that the last message you sent me on Discord was just an image of
Oh,
like,
chair, and then people are like, "What the fuck is that?"
So I was looking at it. I was like, I don't know. I don't remember the context of this, but amazing.
Okay, so yeah, still 4. Same. Yeah, still 2 bursts to pop. Yeah. So Flare does not appear to do anything for bowguns. I should just make it tankier. Let's see. Can you join, sir? Join what? I'm literally just testing stuff right now. Yeah, same as monsters. Okay. Yeah. I think that's just gonna lower the... Yeah, it's just gonna make it not weak spots. It's not really what I want, to be honest. But regardless, Flare doesn't do anything. It depends on the HP part of the monster. I mean, maybe. I guess if there's no breakable parts on the target dummy, it might not get affected by Flare if it's a percentage based upon the threshold to break the part. but we'll try. We'll get it again. This is why I like doing this with people, because people give me ideas that I don't think about. That's fair.
Yeah.
So we have Flare 5.
Try everything.
This is actually, I need a cause the wind to break. All right. That was 3. So try one more time just to verify. Once the scar goes away, okay. 1, 2, 3. So it was on the second shot of the third. Breaks immediately. Yeah, second shot of the third. Then we break it. Okay, so that's Flare 5. We'll drop it down to Flare 2. Okay.
I honestly,
Same
truly
second
didn't
shot
think you'd fall
of the
for
third
that.
round. Okay. And still breaks immediately. And still same old. And then we'll have no flare. Live test run. I can try a live monster. It's really hard to like try that consistently on a monster. I mean, we could just have really bad target dummies that don't really help us. I would hope that it would work. Yeah, same old. I'm more willing to bet that it just doesn't work with bowguns. So all of those were exactly the same. So just based upon target dummy stuff, it doesn't seem like Flare does anything. But what would be a good monster that I could test consistently on? Let's see here.
Depends on the ammo, right?
Wait, repeat that, sir?
It depends on the ammo. Like Pierce would be good against
Well,
Gradios.
no, because it's gonna be really hard to tell if I actually landed the appropriate amount of shots on that exact part.
Oh, I see.
So you have to be really precise. Frog. Frog's a good choice, actually. You're right. Frog's a good choice. Let me do frog optional.
I would have said, yeah, Rathian could also be a good one.
Oh yeah,
Just
Rathian
big
face.
head.
Rathian face would be good. I want an optional quest just to verify. Do I have like a Rathian optional? Yeah, let's go with Rathian. I like shooting Rathian in the face. Raydal would probably too, because yeah, his head's always right there.
Dude, I got cooked by Raydal earlier on today. I was like, oh yeah, let's try out this new SAAD set. Yeah, that'll be fun. And I went against Raydal, and I went, like, I put in my group chat, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go fight Raydal with this new set. And then 3 minutes later, I came back and it just said hospital. Like, he is not an SAAD matchup, he is a Savage Axe matchup for sure.
Does she have a wound on her? Yes, she does. Or is that just her fire breath? No, okay. Okay. I'll have to record that and count how many hits that was, but that was just about 3 clips, and I think I missed 1 shot, which is why I took the first shot of the other one. So let me break this. Sorry, Rathian.
You need to teach Jin how to use focus shots, because good lord.
Well, he's playing heavy bowgun. You don't need to use focus shots with heavy bowgun. Well, you shouldn't use them on either bowgun, to be honest.
Well, you should use them to stop a monster from leaving.
Well, yeah. Okay, I use it for that. For staggers and whatnot.
Yeah, and for somebody who's Jin stuff, he loves his fucking stagger stuff. I'm like, listen, you want to guarantee topple? You see that blue thing? Hit it with the special attack. And he's like, what's that? I'm like, really? Come on, go.
Wrathy ends.
How is Master People by the way?
Sorry, I can't really hear you. Ah, damn it. What? How the fuck did I die?
Compared to Rise.
Oh, I have no armor on. I forgot. I have literally nothing on. I say two more hits. It should wound. Okay. So that was Slayer 2. I believe that's the same amount of hits. Pop that. I need to go find another camp real quick. The fact that I could count it out seems about right, that it didn't really change anything. So let me go find a camp. I'll put on Flare 5 real quick. Oh.
Yeah, I think we're just sort of on the level of like, it's pretty much 80% confirmed the skill doesn't work. We're just verifying at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it doesn't. So, but again, I don't know if it works for melee and not bowguns, because I could see it not working for bowguns because you're not making fucking contact with anything. Of course, they wouldn't tell a gunner that, but...
Yeah, for my weapons, it doesn't really work because you just get rid of the runes like immediately because of how much damage you do. So it doesn't really matter. Flares are just a bit of a meme right now.
Oh, they broke my camp. That's right.
What I love as well is that so many people I've seen speaking to me about this, and they're like, "Oh, thank God the crit meta is finally dead." I'm like, okay, how does that make you play different? Are you not going to hit the weak part of the monster?
Well, and that's the thing that
that
bothers me about Monster Hunter skills that they still haven't changed, is that nothing, not really, there are some things, but most skills in the game literally don't change anything that you do. They just change your kill times, and people are so against kill times, which is why I think it's funny.
Yeah. And they're like, oh yeah, the crit meta is dead, so we don't have to use weakness exploit. I'm like, yeah, great. We don't have to use weakness exploit anymore. Guess what? We're still max. I still have a set that does way better than all my other sets that has 100% affinity and crit boost.
Yeah.
And I'm still hitting the weak point. How does that change how we played it in 4U? And they're like, oh well, because we had agitator and we had attack at large. I'm like, okay. Were you still trying to hit the weak point, or were you still trying to hit the back legs? Like, we had an inkling of that with Mind's Eye in Rise. Where it's like, oh, you get extra bonus attack if you hit a bad hit zone, but the numbers never worked out.
Did I miscount? Was I off by a clip? Is it the end of this clip? So the first shot should wound it here. I might have been off by a clip. I thought it counted that right, though. Oops, didn't hit the head. No? I have Flare 5 and I'm not getting like any. Unless you just, do the monsters build resistance to it, like a threshold build up to wounds? They have to, right?
No, I thought we established it. It's just
Because I've definitely hit her way more times in the face and I'm not getting a heartbreak.
Yeah, they might do actually, yeah.
It's been like 6 clips.
I say that as I say that as somebody who is a leg wound believer. That was the whole thing of the beta, right? You cook the legs, you get a leg wound, and you stop radar from leaving. And you can only activate it once, at least in the beta. So yeah, maybe.
Yeah, her head is not getting wounded again, unless there's a limit to how many wounds you can do. Like after you break, I don't know. Why is she not getting?
Oh, well, that was another thing as well. Is left and right hand side of head as well. I remember that being tweeted about once. You might be able to wound the different sides of the head different times. No source on that at all.
Maybe I should just go for the feet of a monster then. I feel like this test is not valid anymore.
The feet are separate hit zones, so yeah, if you want to separate out hit zones, then
yeah, that was weird. Well, I know wounds have cooldown, but I did the wound before Herald, and then I went and changed decos, and then came back, so it should have been off. Have you gotten the damage to proc? I haven't seen it here, Binern, but I have seen the damage proc before on guns.
Yes.
What's the best raw heavy bowgun? Wyvern Heart. Whatever you want. I'm gonna go and do Chatacabra and shoot his feet or his arms just to test that. How many dash bursts can I do in a row without failing? Well, the only one that's hard is the first one, and after the first one you can repeat it, like, you know, for your entire clip size, no problem. That first one though, I'm like a 40% chance I'll land it when I need to, which is not good enough.
Let's put them to use.
Alright, so we are still in Flare 5. We'll do Flare 5, Flare 2, and then no Flare. Get over there. Let's go. Left arm. That's 2 hits. Okay, I can count the amount of hits for that. Alright. Pop it and then we'll leave. Take off flare, and then I'll do the other arm, just so hopefully there's not a build up. My thoughts on bowguns now, same as they were, still kind of disappointing. Well, yeah, Harold. It's just the first one's the hard part. All right, so I don't know why on mouse and keyboard it's really hard to do the first one. Yeah, that works on mouse and keyboard. It's just the first step is just difficult. All right, so Flare 2. I wasn't really counting how many hits of the arm that I was getting, but I can go back and check the recording. So, but it should be noticeably different between Flare 5, 2, and 0. So we want this arm now.
You can craft materials off of small monsters as well.
That looked a little bit quicker. Count those hits. You like Wyvern Blast more than Wyvern Heart? Dude, I don't like Wyvern Heart. I mean, not Wyvern Heart. I don't like Wyvern... I'm stupid. I don't like Wyvern Blast. The range is silly. It takes a while to like charge up and throw, and like the clusters are just kind of weird. I don't know. I don't like it. Well, it's mostly Flare 2, which is why I had Flare 2 on. I had 5, tested 5, and then 2, and then I'll go ahead and do 0, and then I should probably do a new Chatacabra just so I have a different arm, but I will go ahead and try. This one's rocky. See, I don't know if this is the same because I'll just get a new Chatacabra. Because this one's now crystallized rock arm, which might have a different value. So you do a fresh one and then shoot it without flare.
Farming this shit out is so exhausting sometimes.
Wyvern Pierce sucks. Oh, sorry, Sarah.
No, it's fine. I was just talking about like the fact finding stuff. But I've been trying so hard to figure out like the snipes for Artium weapons. It was just exhausting because I was like, oh yeah, you could probably snipe it with a level 6. Nope, you can't. Just one of those things where you just have to do it over and over and over. What do you think, Percy? Oh, hello. Oh, hello.
No, Tess, I don't use
hello,
ignition
Cat.
counter ever. I think it takes too long. It uses up your ignition meter, and it doesn't really offer much of a like. There's not enough downtime to like do anything once you do the counter, and it doesn't do very much damage. I don't see much of a point in using it like at all. Yeah, Wyvern Blast is like, it's a second special ammo. It doesn't replace Sniper or Heart. It's either Blast or Counter, and they're both pretty bad in my opinion. Alright, left arm. Down on his head. Oh my god, stop. I don't really think that was very different. Should probably just put a trap down. Ah, you put rocks up. That's not fair. That's gonna mess up my data. Yeah, it messes everything up. Chatacabra.
Okay, I'll stop harassing poor Twitch streamers. Thank you for letting me muscle in here, fam.
Okay.
You, I, and Nix should do some wilds at some point, if ever you feel the need.
We can. I mean, I don't mind playing with people. I don't really have a reason to speed run and stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, we had a laugh with 4U, so
Yes, that was fun.
we have a laugh with wilds. I have to go attend to my cat because he's zooming around like an idiot. What do you want, Small? Huh? What are you looking for? Alright, I'm gonna go attend to my cat. Good
All
night.
right, peace, Sarah. So that was 2, 5, 8. Those didn't hit. Looks like 2 again. Yeah, 23.4. That's 10. Those hit bugs and then face. Those 3. Okay. So pop on the 14 shot there. Do I have 2 in here? Oh, just this one. Three, 6, Looks like all 3 of those hit. 9. 12. Yeah, it still seems like it's the same amount of shots. I didn't save the last one. Oh damn! I already wasted it. All right. I'm gonna go try one more thing. Yeah. I'm gonna try against one more monster. I think Rathian might be better. Maybe I should go for Rathian legs.
Right.
I just want something like that's pretty obvious, like it either does or doesn't work for bowguns. I'll bring traps.
Not forgetting anything?
Oh, why is it dead? There's just a lot of bugs and things that don't seem to be working properly, and so it's just everything's kind of all over the place right now. Let's go with actually, yeah, no flare's fine. Get our traps. Oh, I guess Sarah now left. All right, so is everyone still all right? I mean, it's all right. I just don't think it's very fun. Yeah, like, cause crazy when I was trying on the dummy, obvious no effect on the dummy at all. But I have to test on a monster just to verify. But it's kind of hard to get really consistent shots and know exactly where I hit on a moving monster. So I'm gonna try and do this as quickly as possible. Oh my god, come on. Okay. I can count that. Good, you go. I'm gonna go put on Flare 2. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of my thoughts. It's like, I really like Wilds for like its core mechanics. I like the wounding system. I love the fights. I think everything about pretty much how the game operates is good.
Oops.
There's just a lot of stuff that is either annoying,
thanks for testing,
or
you
doesn't
may as
work,
well lie down and
or
get
we just don't have
acclimated
enough
to
of.
the being dead position.
Alright. There it is. Camp. You can fast travel in combat. You can fast travel in combat? I thought that would be a thing you'd have to get out of combat for. Oh wait, I need to get shock trap again. My layered. I have a Twitter post showing my layered, but yeah, hang on 1 second. That's my setup. I'm testing the Flare's skill right now. Dude, I don't know the maps at all. I'm never gonna learn these maps. It's like I said in my review, there's so many like little angles and stuff that like you can't really tell are areas to travel. And so there's no reason not to just let your bird take you everywhere. So like I'm just never gonna learn these maps. All right, I'm gonna go right leg. So that was a decent number of leg hits for the wound. Still takes about the same to topple. Alright. Let me count and check those. Do you think light bowgun normal builds could be good? They could be good if we got more skills. Or better normal light bowguns. But right now, I mean, if you can tell me one reason why you would use it over Pierce, I'm all ears. Alright, so let's see here. Three, 6, 9, 12. Those a miss. 3, 6, 9. That's 21 shots. 24, 27. A miss. 29. 32. Okay, about 35 it popped. That was with no flare. Three, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6. 9, 12, 24. No, it looked like it did. That was 30 to 35 shots. So I mean that's noticeable. I mean that was a thing. Unless I miscounted that wrong, but I think I counted that right. Looked like 30 and 35 shots from Flare 0 and Flare 2.
I was given a message for you.
Maybe it's just a target dummy thing? Try Flare 5 real quick. I don't think it's weird that normal is the only light bowgun, normal is the only rapid fire thing light bowguns can do, because I just don't think Capcom thought about it. They're like, oh, give it element, because that's how all the other weapons work. I don't think they were thinking about it at all. So I can totally see it just being, we didn't think about it. I hated Clutch Claw. I hated Wyvern Riding. I hated Silk Vines. All that stuff. The wounding mechanic, much better. Well, Grandolph, normals also shoot slower than Pierce. They have better reload speed, but they take longer to shoot. Alright, so now we're at Flare 5, and my headset battery's dying. Cool.
I've set a trap.
6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. Nah, that looked about normal. Missed the roar. 7. 30. Looks like it popped that 30 again. So I'm gonna check one more time. I'm gonna reset. I'm gonna try no flare. Because those were both 30. Yeah, I did frame data testing on them, and normals do shoot slower than pierces. Alright, so we're gonna just go no flare again. Down from 5. From 0 to 2, it went from what it looked like 35 hits down to 30. But try it one more time. Maybe I miscounted. What flavor Arshan light bowgun is that? Blast. I run the elemental or status versions of the Arshan bowguns. Nah, Rise's art style was everything looks like clay. I did not like the textures and the effects in Rise. The fire effects are actually not too bad. Damn, I need to charge my headset. Well, and see, that's gonna be the problem with like gun builds going forward. If they happen to give us, you know, more gun skills, they're all gonna be weapon skills. So it's gonna be really hard to try and fit them because we're already kind of starved for slots.
Anyway, new turret, not defecting. Ace of 4s, the best hand. Unbeatable, I would imagine.
Don't press that button.
Why? Okay,
don't know what you're
why did
doing.
that break? Did the cat hit it? Oh my phone. Why did that break on like the 15th shot? That's so weird for me. I don't understand that. Audio's all jacked up. Kanta raid with 1,000? Oh, Jesus Christ, Kanta. I'm sorry, everyone that's here from Kanta. I appreciate the raid. I am literally just testing weapon skills right now, and I'm not doing anything super important. I'm literally just testing stuff. So I apologize for this really boring stream. But hi. Because I don't think
You
Flare
trapped
works.
yourself.
Like, how did I
I
get
guess that's
a
it then.
wound break
Thanks for
on
testing.
the knee in
You may as
15
well
hits,
lie
or like
down
maybe it
and
was
get
18
acclimated
hits,
to
which
the
was like
being
half
dead
the amount
position.
with Flare 2 in Flare 5. So I gotta reset and try that again. But hey, if people don't know, I'm Fem. I do gun stuff, so that's what I do. So I'm testing gun things today. And I don't think Flare works for bowguns, but I'm having a really hard time proving that right now. I should probably just fix that camp so I can spawn next to it. Yeah, basically, because I don't think Flare works at all with bowguns. All right.
Oops.
So like with Flare
You
2 and
trapped
Flare
yourself.
5, it
I
was
guess that's
30
it
shots
then. Thanks for
to
testing.
pop the knee.
You may as well lie down and get
But
acclimated to the being
without any
dead
flare,
position.
So the first time I tested was 35, and that time it was 15. So what the hell is going on there? Maybe 18. Yeah, see, I had done the part break thing too, but I don't think part break works either. So let's just checking the knees. 6, 9, 12. 12, 24 shots to the knee. How? I'm getting different numbers every fucking time. Maybe it is the crit, I don't know, but it shouldn't be that big of a difference. I don't understand. Six, seven. That was only 2 of those hit there. Okay, that one seems like it was taking about 30. But maybe I need to get a non-crit bowgun, because that's weird. Hi, Oberon. Oh. Yeah, Raid Owl is the best bowgun. Element does beat Rapid Fire Pierce 3 on appropriate monsters. It's just all the monsters that people are hunting are, you know, not super weak to Element. Bench the cat. Smart move, smart move. Let me bench the cat.
I was given a message.
Obi. Hey. Come here. Let me, okay, cat's not deployed, I don't think. Oh my god, this guy. Killing me, dog. Yeah, stand by. Okay. So we'll do, I probably should have had a light bowgun that's not had any crit. Who's got no crit? Hunter's Rifle 3 with normal 1s. Who's got normal 3s? Anyone with 0 crit, normal 3s?
Oops. You
Killing
trapped
me.
yourself. I guess that's it then. Thanks for testing. You may as well lie down and get acclimated to the being dead position.
Alright. Oberon, get off. Okay. How do we want to do this? I guess it doesn't really matter if I'm running normal 3s or not. Here. Kutku. Kutku's got no crit. It's got normal 2s. Alright. Alright. Starting this over. I want to prove that Flare does or doesn't do anything.
Yes.
Because it clearly it does. So people who came in from Kanta stream, so the main reason why I want to test this out is because on the target dummy, Flare does nothing. Like, I've tested the hardest target dummy, the softest, you know, low raw, high raw. They all do the same amount of hits on, you know, no Flare, Flare 2, Flare 5. Nothing. But it's hard to say that that's a training dummy issue or is it a monster issue. So I'm trying to test it against monsters. It's just really hard to make sure that I'm doing the exact same hits on the right body parts and then resetting to make sure there's no, you know, build up thresholds and shit like that. So this one's probably going to take me a few more hits to break. We'll see. You are right. Fighting Jindah with heavy bowgun is not fun. Okay. One volley. No, Kondalalas, get out of my way. Roar. So I'm gonna have to count the 8.9 hits. That's the leg. Okay, so that's wound. And then let me go ahead and try and wound the other leg real quick, and then I'll go and check the video. check the 8.9s. Also, I have no armor on, so like she will kill me in like 2 hits. Oh my god, the wings. This leg seems like it's taking a lot longer to wound. God. You're killing me, Rathian. Literally killing me. It's almost gonna break though. Come on. No, oh, because now she's enraged. No, I can't use it because she's enraged. Oh my god. Because now the damage numbers are different. Okay, I got the first one. Let me save the video on that one. I'm gonna go back in 2. I'm gonna do 2 runs, and I'm gonna count the 8.9s and see how long it takes to break. She's killing me. Chatacabra does a similar thing though. Chatacabra like will slime his arms or, you know, crystal up his arms, and it's really hard to just get it consistent. I thought Rathian legs would be the easiest things, and I mean, admittedly, they're not
If I'd
hard
known
to
you
hit.
let yourself get
I
captured
could
this
easily
easily,
just
I would
dance
have
around
just angled a
Rathian,
turkey leg on a
but I
rope
forgot to
from the
take, you know,
ceiling.
enrage states into account.
I honestly, truly didn't think you'd fall for that.
Cuckoo head again, I could do. It's just with such a low raw weapon, it's gonna take a while. I'm not gonna be able to like, you know, get a wound set up on just the like shock trap, and then Cuckoo kind of moves a lot. I figured a low raw weapon would, you know, give me the most reliability, because you know if it takes like, you know, 3 hits to part break, and you know, and if Flare does like a percentage, it might still take 3 hits to, you know, set that up. So if I do something that's like really small and takes 30 hits, then, you know, a slight increase should make it more noticeable. I am trying to see if Flare does anything for bowguns, because I don't think it does. I was dodging that too early. Just gotta count my 8.9s. Did I change legs? I don't think I did, right? Okay. So I saw that one. I don't think I changed legs. Yeah, dummy made Flare do nothing. Like, I can know for a fact it does not work on the target dummy. But I need to test it against a real monster. Does Flare's description say anything about bowguns? Well, no, but like no skill says anything about bowguns. Alright, so let me count. Alright, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. I still saw that. That's 18. That's 3, it's 21, 24. That was 2, so it's 26. That was 2, it's 28. Okay, it's 31, 34, 35. Yeah, 1 hit there. 35, 38, 42, no, 41, 44, 47, 50. On the 50 it popped. Well, yes, that's what I'm trying to prove. But again, it also, while I was testing, it doesn't seem like Flare does anything. Like, literally nothing. 3, 6.
If I'd known you let
9,
yourself
12.
get captured this easily, I would have just dangled a turkey leg
Oh,
on a
no.
rope
I
from the
missed one there.
ceiling.
So it's gonna be 23. Two, so it's 25. 8, 31. 34. 37. 40, 43. That was 3 of them, so it's 46. 49. 52. 53? That's a lot more. Why is this not consistent? This was a lot more than 50. It was like 55 or 56 hits. Alright. So both of those were really high. Let me slap on flare and see if it's even gonna be less. That's crazy though. The damage should have been consistent. It's the same 8.9 hits. Should have just been counting. Unless it does have, you know, a decay, like status decay. It could. Like any other status, right? Well, no, so the additional damage does work. I have seen that, Bob. I'm just worried about the wounds.
Have another cup with no surprises today.
Don't press that button.
Based upon monsters'
You
HP.
don't know what you're doing.
That if that was a thing, then yes, it would explain why it's variable. That could be it. All right.
Don't
Let's
press
see
that
here.
button. You don't know what you're doing.
6, 9, 12, 6, 12, 1, 5 shots. 8, 31, 32, 35, 8, 41, 44, 47. It's close. Again, I guess that could be a variable based upon HP, but that was less. I'm gonna do it again. I recorded that, right? Does the size of the monster modify the stat? Typically, no. Sizes does not affect the monster's like HP rolls. Should equip earplugs. I should just fucking equip earplugs. Nah, I don't want to. I need to learn to master that dodge anyways. It's the same as it was in World. It's, you know, you just dodge as soon as the foot touches the ground. I should be able to do it. So I might as well practice it while I'm doing this. No, this is 2. I have Flare 2 right now, which is supposed to be the best one. But I'm gonna do 2 sets, see if they're similar, and then I will put on Flare 5.
Are you prepared?
Yeah, I just got Flare 2. Well, that's why I'm running the optional ghost, is because the optional should be consistent. How many skills are broken? Depends on the weapon. Element up, crit element, flare, burst doesn't apply element, I guess. Like, there's a lot of shit that doesn't seem to be working. Well, that didn't work out. So I'm gonna go to right leg. How How did I get a crit? Why did that? What was that 10 number? Well, I gotta redo that. What the fuck was that? Was that from a plant or something? What was that 10? This game is so inconsistent. Power and armor charm don't work on PlayStation. You know what? You know, I've never actually tested that. Let's see. So I have 186 raw. No, that does work. 6 raw from the power charm, because I have power charm on right now. Because the bow's 180.
Right.
You heard Steel Assault 2 is best heavy bowgun for what, Pierce? Because it's standard? What's the clip size of it? Because Gore is also a standard 2 heavy bowgun.
Now commencing quest by order of the guild. They've issued us supplies. Now let's put them to use.
I actually could just go look at that, actually. I can go to the forge real quick and look. Seven, 50. That one was still 50, which is exactly what the normal threshold was. That was the Flare 2. Alright, so that's not helping. 4750. Steel for slicing. I mean, you shouldn't be using slicing.
Hey.
Oops.
Anything get
You trapped yourself. I guess
Steel
that's
Assault
it then.
220.
Thanks for testing.
Raw with
You
0
may as
affinity,
well lie
standard
down
2.
and get
Comes with
acclimated
Tetrad
to
shot,
being
which is
dead
good.
position.
But it's only... Oh, this is what people wanted me to test. Was the Pierce 2 versus Pierce 3. So it's clip 6, Pierce 2. Versus Gore Magala. Which is 20 attack, 20 affinity, dead skill and crit element if you're going to be using it for Pierce. But it does come with Pierce 3 on clip 4. I'm just going to go to the training ground real quick before I continue, because I'm interested in that. Someone was saying Pierce 2s are stronger than Pierce 3s, and I don't believe them. Last one was 50 as well. I did miscount. Great. Well, thank you, Kyle. Because, yeah. Alright, so then it's... Both were 50s. Cool. Right on the dot. Player 2, 50s. Let's do assault. Pierce 2s. Clip 7. Versus Pierce 3, clip 5. No skills. It's like 19, 21s. It's gonna be really fucking hard to tell. 27 crits. 27.2s. 27.2s, 27.2s. Alright, 27.2 on the initial hit crit seems good. That's consistent. Alright. Last two ones are 50 on the dot. Great! Yeah, but 2 clip size is... it's kind of a lot. So we gotta compare. Oh, it's because this thing has no crit. Alright, well, that's not gonna work. That's a terrible comparison. I'll run the numbers later. Just want to shoot like 3 rounds, and there are 3 clips, and then I'm gonna record it, and then I'm gonna compare it to gore. Because the thing is too is Pierce 2's only kick up to 7 times and not 9. Alright. Let's see. Because the reload speed's gonna obviously play a factor here. I'm going to do it to about the same amount of hits.
If I'd known you let yourself
All
get
right.
captured this easily, I would have just
I will
angled a
check that in a
turkey leg on
second.
a
Let me
rope
go and
from the
finish
ceiling.
testing player real quick. Cut to... and then we're going to go with 5 player. I know player 2 is supposed to be the best, but player 2 is consistent 50, which is normal. Let's just verify that this is also 50. Yeah, so we're just going to have player. Okay. And then do I have... crap, I don't. Can Arshan roll a clip 5? No. You can get up to capacity 2. Well, I know. I'm saying that, yes, the shots are important. 2 more is important. But you're losing a lot of damage. It's the same argument as the Odo Garen light bowgun versus the Ray Dow light bowgun. And I'll tell you what, everyone uses the Ray Dow light bowgun. Well, thanks, Shadow. Sorry about the late reply. Kind of juggling a lot of stuff right now. So I just need to verify once is good enough that if this player 5 takes 50 shots to get the wound, then I'm going to do 1 more with no flare, and just maybe I miscounted or did something, and if they're all 50, then I'm going to say that yes, flare does absolutely nothing for bowguns.
I've set a trap.
I missed one there. I saw 6 point something in there. It's 23. And 50. Yep. Okay. For surezies. Well, yeah, Adrian, but again, so sorry, I know a lot of people are coming and going. I don't think Flare does literally anything for bowguns. So I did check Flare 2, which took 50 shots to cause a wound. Flare 5 takes 50 shots to cause a wound. But I'm pretty sure that with no flare at all, it was still 50 shots to cause a wound. So I don't think it did anything. I could put on Rocksteady Mantle, huh? I could just do it that way. That'd probably be easy. Let me get my shock trap again. Dude, that's what I want, Doradius, is I want more viable everything. I don't like that Elemental and Pierce are like the only usable emos because they function identical and have the same critical distance ranges. So really there's no difference between them. They don't feel any different. It's just like, oh, this monster just has to, you know, color coordinate. But also Elemental's limited.
Have another hut will be no surprise.
Alright, shock trap.
A supply shipment's coming. Hope you find something useful.
I'm right there with you, Kyle, man. I don't like heavy bowgun. I like Wyvern Heart. I think running like mounted combat's fun, but ultimately I like playing Wyvern Heart the most because it's what we didn't have in World, which was a fast Wyvern Heart. We could use it all the time. So I really like it. Just nothing else about the heavy bowgun is fun. We lost our shoulder checks, we lost our melee attacks, we lost, you know, strong, powerful emos, we don't even want the goddamn shield. 6, 9, 12. 6, 12. 6, 12. 6, 9, 12. And 50. Okay. Yeah. Player does nothing. It is 50 hits. Regardless, it doesn't matter. Alright. Player, useless on bowguns right now. Maybe they'll change it. Useless. You know what? I'm not going to do it on stream because it's just fucking boring. I was like, now I got to go back and test heavy bowgun. But actually what I need to do is check the Pierce 2 versus Pierce 3 real quick.
If I'd known you let yourself get captured this easily, I would have just dangled a turkey leg on a rope from the ceiling.
Let's see. Okay. Give me a second, sorry. Let's see here. Let's just do. Oh wow, the quality is so ass on this thing. Actually, I need to see the total damages. And then I need to check the second that they lose a bullet that goes red. And then I'm gonna go 10 frames back from here. So we'll do 44, and we'll start that there. And then this one, we're gonna, for the gore, we're gonna do 10 frames back from here. So we'll do 202. So they should start at the same frame. Oops. Okay, yeah, they're gonna start on the 11th frame. Cool. So basically what I'm gonna do, as we're gonna see, because these both have no skills, how much damage they go out in the same amount of time, basically, which, I mean, we should be able to keep track of pretty easily. So, well, we'll just see, because this is gonna obviously take the multiple clips into account, where the iron can shoot 2 more, but gore also has stronger ammo. So at 30 seconds in, they're about the same, which is kind of what I felt going with Otogaron versus Ray Dow light bowgun for Pierce. The lower Pierce 2 with the higher clip size versus the stronger Pierce and the lower clip size. It's about the same. So if you want to run Iron Assault, go for it. If you want to run Gores, go for it. So that's all I can say. I'm not going to say that one's better than the other, but either option's fine. And then after they finish their clips at 36 seconds, this was slightly ahead. But then Gore starts up quicker. I don't know. They're about the same. Do you have opening shot on Assault? No, I had no skills on either of them. These are all just base values. Oh, wait, did you have Tetra shot on it by default? Ah, he has Tetra shot by default. Yeah. I mean, I guess I can go a full set of gear and try, but Gore didn't even have opening shot. Well, if they both had opening shot, the reload speeds would probably favor Gore more because it has to reload more. But they're going to be about the same, man. Yeah. But that's if you run Tetra shot. I wouldn't run Tetra shot.
If I'd known you let yourself get captured
Gores.
this easily, I would have just dangled a turkey
probably
leg
run
on a
something
rope
like
from the ceiling.
Crit boost ballistics, opening shot. But yeah, Steel Assault does have more room for skills since you already have Tetra shot. It's kind of free. Actually, now that I'm here, let me see here. But this isn't a standard. Yeah, it's not a standard heavy bowgun. Ignition, Archons aren't going to compete at all. Oh, I had standard 2 on? Hold on. I had standard mode 1 on each of them. That's also interesting. Would you run standard mode 1 for the 10% damage or clip? I think it would drop the clip size and get the 10% damage on Steel Assault. Steel Assault may be better. Gore, I don't know if I would do the same. You go from clip 5 to clip 4. I'm gonna run this test again. How do I feel about ballistics on bowguns? I feel like ballistics is mandatory. I guess it would be fair to put on skills for both of these. Let's see. Opening shot ballistics. And then ballistics. I don't really know what else to put on. And then this one would need to get opening shot ballistics. And then probably ballistics, and we'll just do the same skills. All right, I'm gonna try this again. 2 is definitely the sweet spot, but with the way that weapon skills are, it's kind of, well, I guess, you know, I could put in a 2. What? You don't need 3 for sure. If you do precise 1 here, and then you take this off and then run so ballistics 2, and then get 2 attack boost. All right. I have attack 3. Okay. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, exactly, Kyle. I'm convinced it does nothing. All right, so let's try this again. Let's stay right here at the tip of this sunbeam, right from this rock, and we'll shoot right at this center bone. Is this shooting slower? I feel like this is shooting slower. Opening shot is reload speed as well, so you actually do want it. Maybe not so much for Iron Assault because it's got a higher clip size, but generally you do want it. That sun's going down quick. Pretty sure it's like right here. Rock. I already messed that up. Rock. Alright. Which gun you want for minigun? I prefer the Congalala heavy bowgun because it's got Pierce 3 to fall back on, and it's got clusters, it's got stickies, and it's got para 2s. Like, it's a good fallback weapon. All right. That was no skills. Okie dokie. So we'll start this one. Right where they shoot. And we'll go 10 frames back. Alright, so that's the frame it shoots. 10 frames, okay. And then this one, we're going to dump it back. Okay. Okay, it should be 10 frames. So they should start on the 11th frame. Oh, you know what?
Don't press that button.
No, 9th frame.
You don't know
Okay.
what you're doing.
So they're both going to shoot, or dead on the 10th frame. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. That's when the reload syncs up at 22. So he's done at 32 seconds. They're still about equal, but he's got more clip left. Yeah, I mean, it might be better. You want ignition. So this is ignition 2 with skills versus extra clip size at 30 seconds. Yeah, definitely want ignition 2. Well, could be the skills as well, but at 30 seconds, they were doing about 3,200. And at 30 seconds, they're at 35, 36. Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, metal. Yeah, seems to be a slightly better option. They're pretty flippin' close, though. You do have to go through more reloads with gore. They're really close. Yeah. I'm gonna say just fucking use whatever you want. Metals has slicing just as well as Gore's does. But does it have anything else? So it's got slice, and it's got freeze, and that's it. But that's the same as Gore. Gore has slice and freeze. You're not really going to use Dragon. Steel Cell's got a higher clip size, but Gore's got freeze 2s. Gore also comes with crit element and 20% crit, so it's obviously going to be a much better freeze gun. But for the most part, if we're just using it for Pierce, then I mean, go with whatever. With whatever. Hmm. Yeah, I will say it's definitely as good. It might be a bit better because it's also going to depend on the situation too. Because you got to think that when you're fighting monsters, you know, Gore has got more reload time, but it's also doing stronger hits, so you don't have to spend as much time shooting. Whereas Steel Assault, you know, you have to shoot more. So I mean, that's going to play a little bit into, you know, how you position and how you shoot. But I mean, I think it's just a skill issue at that point. I know, right? If Steel Assault had para or stickies or something, it would have been an easy switch. But they're about the same. Oh, that's what I wanted to check. For giggles, I wanted to check Pierce Arshin. Because this one, we have enough room to do Pierce up. So we can do like opener, and then we can do Pierce, which is here. And then I guess just for consistency's sake, we'll put on ballistics. We have ballistics 1. Is there anything else that he could throw on to just get ballistics 2? Because we don't need any of the elements. I guess we could just throw Tetrad Shot on. Offensive guard's not going to do anything for us. Yeah, I think the only thing we can really put on is Tetrad Shot. Alright. Yeah, Pierce Up is 5%. It's not really good, but I mean, let's see here. Let's see. There's our little divot. Now, unfortunately, this is not in a standard 2 bowgun, so you're actually going to be losing damage that way. So I don't expect this to be any better. I was just curious, because it's got one more clip size than Gore. Let's see where this one goes. Oops. Alright. Go 10 frames back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Move that there, slap that here. And so basically we can just watch it. Actually, let me make sure they start on the same frame. Not like one frame really matters, but it kind of does. Yeah, okay, just checking. Ooh, Arshin looks way better than Gore. No, maybe it's about the same. It's still about the same. That standard mode really does help. At 30 seconds, it's still, you know, neck and neck. Despite having more hits, it's just, yeah, the damage is going to be lower. So we compare the 3. At 30 seconds, basically, you know, Iron's still ahead barely, but they're pretty neck and neck. I mean, see, like at this point, like, just pick whatever you want, man. Like, I don't think 20 damage out of like 4K is gonna be that big of a deal. Are there any rapid fire slice heavy bowguns? There's no rapid fire anything heavy bowgun. Yeah, so I don't think it really matters. Pick whatever Pierce bowgun you want. They're all going to be within like a 0.5% of each other. I mean, that's true, Outlander. That's a good way to look at it. You do have some choice. You have a higher clip size, more damage per hit, or, you know, with the Arshan bowguns, you have actual backup ammos like paralysis, which that might be the deciding factor, because the Arshan bowgun actually has paralysis for backup. So you can run Pierce and Para 2s. And a clip 6 Para 2 is pretty flipping good. So maybe you just want to go Arshan. You need more armor with mind size skill, but that's a weapon skill, so you won't have that ever. Yeah, the choice is Pierce, Pierce, or Pierce. Yeah, you got one with sticky, one with para, or you can have sleep in para. You can do it that way. You can run steel assault and gore for slice backup or freeze backup. Whatever you want. Pick whatever you want. Arshan's not bad. Clip 5, Pierce 3s is good. The extra slots really, I think, pushes it over the edge. I think if you really wanted to, and I think I could push this in Arshan's favor, is by taking off Bandolier and putting on like crit boost or something. Probably make it a little bit better, or just actually just more attack. Something. Yeah, so best in slot deco for Ray Dow. Again, because skills don't really work, it's kind of hard to say. But I think, what do I have on mine? I'm pretty sure it's crit boost, and then ballistics 2 and opening shot. Those are the 3 I have. Yeah, spread's bad. Spread's very bad. Yeah, I think I was doing this. Crit, ballistics, and opener to finish the opening skill. That's what I was running with my Ray Dow. It's like Pierce up and crit boost are about the same. I think crit boost is actually better though. I didn't do what I ended up wanting to do today. I wanted to test. So first off, burst 1 is obviously, that's all you need. You don't really need any more burst skills. Like, it's 6 raw and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So you get up to like 10 raw for each point. So I would recommend just getting burst 1. Oh, element on bowguns. Like, I know element and crit element, people are saying don't work properly. I'm just gonna just fucking 50, doesn't matter. But I know element works, and I can just do that to do that really quick. So let's see. 27.1 is the good hit. 27.1, a lot of 27.1s for light bowgun. 27.1s, 27.1s. Oh, I wrote that wrong.
I honestly, truly didn't think you'd fall for that. Oops. You trapped yourself. I guess that's it then.
35.1.
Thanks for testing.
Yeah, 35.1.
You may as well lie down and get acclimated to the being
Good one
dead
there.
position.
35.1. Alright. Alright. It's 21.7. Did I not do that right? I trust you guys. This is why I like to do stuff on stream, because I'm flipping retarded and I don't catch things. 21.7. Ah, I did dyslexia my